So a red day for many altcoins, and specifically the coins that we talk about on this channel being Aerodrome Finance, Talent, Moonwell, and Alien Base, taking I'd say out of those four, the biggest hit today. And that might leave some of you confused because you thought we were going to send bags up. And realistically, that's not what happens. And let me explain why. So in an alt season, one of the basic principles is that money flows into Bitcoin and then into altcoins. Bitcoin's at 76,000, which for the crypto market, by the way, is fantastic. That means we're going in a really good direction. And, realistically, we're going to hit some pretty nice price targets for each of those coins I just mentioned. But what I want to bring up is exactly what I'd recommend doing and the outlook I'd kind of have for the future, both being short term and long term. So again, Bitcoin's showing great levels right now. Altcoins again are nowhere near their all-time highs that they were in February and March and April. So earlier this spring, at least in newer altcoins. So with that in mind, you guys have to understand that we're still very, very, very early, that Bitcoin is still following exactly what it should be. And then once we get retail in, Bitcoin money's going to flow from Bitcoin to alts. So ideally, what you should be doing now until that happens is loading up and DCAing on your bags. So you have a sizable portion to go into this run, and then sure, like right now, if there's a project you 3x your money on in 2 days and you want to take profits, go for it. But if you're more just DCA buying right now, and then you're going to sell at the top, or near it, of course, then you can absolutely do that. But again, the emphasis that we're having right now is that money is being flowed into Bitcoin and then money will flow into altcoins. It doesn't happen the other way around. So we're just going to have to be patient. Don't expect things to happen, like instantly. It's going to take a couple months, 4 to 6 months it's going to take before we start seeing crazy numbers from these altcoins. And so with that understanding, that should, tell you, okay, so I shouldn't be concerned about what's happening right now. I should be concerned on what I'm doing in terms of investing my money. And I would highly recommend just DCAing, maybe throwing, some last minute bags into some coins. Whatever it is you feel comfortable with doing, go for it, because again, it's going to take some months before we see those cycle tops. In my opinion and predictions, I believe the cycle top is going to come in spring of next year. So with that in mind, you should not be worried at all about what's happening right now if you're in this for this cycle. So keep that in mind, guys. And specifically, let's talk about each of these coins. So Aerodrome today, I think it's around $1.40. It might have dropped a little below that. So still at a really good price, and definitely, still up for a potential push to like $2 in the near future, and definitely a top of like $15 to $25 to maybe even $30 as we get into the top of the cycle. So again, really happy with this one. Safest base coin you can be in. Continue to reiterate that. And then we have Moonwell, which I think went below 8 cents. I think it's around 7 something cents. Huge steal of a coin right now. I'd highly recommend purchasing this one if you haven't. Again, not financial advice, but this one should do some pretty good numbers as well. I'm very excited to see what it does. We just simply have to wait. Again, all these are good buys. If I would throw money in right now if I was going to. And then you have Alien Base, which I think is around 27 cents, 25 cents. Great pickup right now. This coin has immense potential, and it would be really cool to see what this one does. I'm pretty excited. Next, like Pancake Swap of base, so keep that in mind. Could be a really big token. It could hit pretty big numbers. We'll see. And then Talent Protocol, Talent just got listed on, I think not on crypto.com itself, but it got listed on the wallet, which is still pretty big. So just something else to throw out there. Again, ideally we want Alien and Talent to be listed on major exchanges like Coinbase so they can be easily bought when the public starts flowing in. And I think that will happen. So again, this is, guys, like, don't see this no short-term gains as being a negative. See it as like, okay, I have more time to load up. I have more time, to cycle money in, because then you're going to be heavily rewarded in the long run. So keep that in mind, guys. That's it from me today. And yeah, I will see you guys later.